Hello and welcome. Today we are going to study about the poverty. So, poverty. Who are poor? And what is poverty? So these questions are there when we study poverty. That who are poor and what is poverty. Now, for understanding poverty or poor, we need to understand these things. People, those who are not able to fulfill their basic needs. Now, what is basic needs? Basic needs of life. Like housing, clothing, food, medical facility, medical health, and education. So, if a person is not able to fulfill his or her basic needs of the life, that is housing, clothing, food, medical facility and education, then that person is called to be a poor. And if that person is continuously living his generation by generation, his whole family is living in a poverty, or generation by generation that person is suffering and having pain in the life, then that thing can be called as poverty. Okay. And you can also say he grows in poverty and dies in poverty. So that is, you can understand that what poverty is now. So you can also say that poverty breeds itself. What do you mean by poverty breed itself? It means that poverty multiply itself. Means it keeps on increasing day by day, poverty. Okay, so this is all thing is about the poverty. Now, how many types of poverty is there? So we can say there is two variants . Okay, first one, so we can say there is two type of poverties. One is relative poverty and another one is absolute poverty. Okay, so what is relative poverty and absolute poverty? We will study one by one. First we will study about the relative poverty. So it refers to the poverty across the classes, region or the country. Means people, you can say country or class, whose level of living is low, they are treated as poor. So, in the relative poverty, you can say it refers to the poverty across the different class, region or a country. Which means the country or the class of people whose level of living is low, then they are treated as to be called as poor. Means if I say on the basis of distribution of income or inequality in income. So you need to understand this. 20% people from bottom gets share in income around 8.1%, and 20% people from top have share in income, that is 45%. So now you can see the inequality in income on the behalf of this. So bottom people get 20% of the total population, people get only 8.1%, and 20% of the people from the top gets 45% in the share in the income. So you can see the inequality or distribution of inequality in the distribution of income, that is 45%, and one place 20% of people are getting only 8.1%. So this is called relative poverty. So relative poverty again, where the country or the class of people whose level of living is low, they are treated as poor. Now we talk about the absolute poverty. So absolute poverty. So absolute poverty in India, concept of poverty line is used to measure absolute poverty. Okay, so in India, absolute poverty is measured through the poverty line. Now, what is poverty line? You can say it refers to the cutoff point which decides divide people into poor or non-poor. So poverty line is the cutoff point which divides people into poor or non-poor. So there is a cutoff point which has been set up. So if the person is able to spend that much, he will be set as above poverty line. And if that person is not able to spend that much, then that person is said to be below poverty line. So in India, in rural areas, 816 rupees have been decided as cutoff point, and in urban areas, urban areas, that amount is 1000. So, person living in the rural areas, if he or she is able to spend 1816 rupees, so he will be said as above poverty line. And if that person or male or female is not able to spend on the consumption 1816 rupees, he or she will be called as below poverty line, or that person will be considered as poor. Now, in person those who are living in urban areas, if that person is able to spend 1000 rupees, okay, then that person will be called as above poverty line, or he will not considered as poor. But if person is spending 990 rupees, then that person will come counted as below poverty line, or he will be said as poor. So this is the cutoff point. If these are the cutoff points for the different reason, in the rural areas it is 816 rupees, and in the urban areas it is 1000 rupees. So if person are able to spend means the given amount, whatever the given amount or whichever the area is, whatever the given amount is, if they are able to spend more than that or that much, then they will be considered as a non-poor person. And if they are not able to spend that much, they will be called as poor, or they will be called as absolute poverty. They will fall in the line of absolute poverty. So this is all for today. We'll meet up in the next class. Till then, thank you.